Hi, hello everybody.
Hi, teacher.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Nice. Okay. So, we have new people here. Hello, how are you? My name is Benjail. I'm from Campeche, Mexico, and I'm gonna be helping you with this practice today. And yesterday, you were checking about the writing section, right? And in that case, you did the second, right? The test two, the independent. Is correct? Okay. So tell me a short summary about what the independent task is. Who can explain me what is it? How it works? How can you do it? What steps do you have to follow to achieve your essay? Tell me who? Someone. Sergio, tell me.
Okay. Well, I don't remember very well.
I'm sorry,
But
what was the question?
If you can explain me the topic from yesterday about the task two, the independent essay. Just to remind the topic. Okay, so we can start. Let's see how much you got from yesterday. Okay, Sergio, tell me.
Well, she told us the possible topics that we are gonna have there: education, lifestyle, work, tech, environment, business, and some tips too.
Yes.
The the way that we have to do it, like the independent writing,
The independent.
like the outline, the essay, introduction, the body paragraph, the conclusion, and the second is spell check and all that stuff.
Okay. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you so much. Okay, so as Claudia was saying, yes, in independent, you have to write about a specific topic where you don't have to listen anything, you won't read anything, you only see the prompt, listen to the prompt, and start writing. Okay. If you check yesterday, you have maybe your template. That is some idea that you can use at the time that you are writing your essay. I don't know if you have your template with you. The one you can use. Maybe something like this. Let me show you. Yeah, something like, in my opinion, for 2 or 3 reasons that we're exploring this essay. First, this thing, as a matter of fact, my personal experience is a great example of this. On top of that, in fact, for instance, finally, what's more to illustrate, this is a kind of a template, something you can use, something that you can prepare at the time that you're doing your essay, and you will have better organized your ideas in your essay. Okay, so now today we have practice. So for this practice, we're going to use a Padlet. Then I'm going to write here. Let me. So everybody can write the essay. Okay. In the chat, there is a Padlet. You can go to that Padlet. In there, you can type. Okay. So we are going to see the prompt, and then you're gonna type your essay on that Padlet. Also, I want to be showing the template so you can use it as an idea. Okay, so let me see. Okay, this here it says, for this task, you will write an essay in response to a question that asks you to state, explain, and support your opinion on an issue. Typically, an effective essay will contain a minimum of 300 words. We could say that the average is about from 200 to 300, or from 150 minimum to 300 words. That's the average. The quality of your writing includes the development of your ideas, the organization of your essay, and the quality and accuracy of the language you use to express your ideas. You have 30 minutes to plan and concrete your essay. Okay. Now, this is the prompt that it says. Some people suggest that it's wrong to give money to beggars asking for money on the street. While others think that it is the right thing to do. Which point of view do you think is correct and why? Okay, at the time, you have 30 seconds to do and to prepare and to do your essay. Let me show you on the clock. Okay, so on the Padlet, you can click on this space that is at. You click here. On the title, you write your name, and then you start typing your essay. Okay? So go ahead. Okay. Once more, here is the template. What do you prefer? To see the template or to see the prompt?
I prefer to see the prompt.
Okay, here will be the prompt. Okay, 30 minutes. Here we go. Start writing. Remember that as independent, not always you have to be honest, like 100% true. You can create a version, a very credible version about something, maybe an experience, and you can use it, but be realistic, not very, I don't know, futuristic, or I don't know. But yeah, you can use different perspectives, and remember, independent means that it has to be related to you. I mean, in a personal experience. Okay. So if you can use real names, real locations, it will be better. Real experiences will be better. You get 15 minutes more. We are in the half. Now you have less than 10 minutes. Start considering to start closing your ideas. Trying to get close correctly. Be sure that it's completely detailed. Okay, and at least 2 examples, the intro, 2 examples, and the conclusion if you want. And be sure now that we are in the last 5 minutes, prepare, revise, misspellings, mistakes. Check if you can paraphrase something, include a better connector, or can you improve? Can you detail a little more? If you have time to include a conclusion, do it. Okay. For the last 5 minutes. Two minutes left. One minute. Okay. Time's over. Time's over. Okay, so let's see. Let's check. At this point that you have already your essay, you're going to stay. And remember, when you are typing your essay, it doesn't have a self-corrector. Okay, so as you write, as you type, it stays. So if you have mistakes, it will be there. So be sure that the last 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 minutes left, check and revise some spelling if you have any other mistake, etc. Okay, so now let's check. Let's check all of you. No, nice. Okay, so let's start with Diego Alcoreza. It says, beggars are homeless people that sometimes could use that money for either feeding their family or sustain an addiction, such as drug or alcohol. In my point of view, I'd say that it's correct to help those people because we do not know their circumstances. We don't know what they have to go through. Helping them would increase their quality of life in the scenario that they use the money for their family. It'll help for the children, or they could invest that money, buying tools for work. Whatever, it'll be better to them, a worse that they don't have to be in that lifestyle. But sometimes it's better than nothing. On the other hand, if we have Vietnam to some addict, it would only make his life worse and shorter, and it could even make someone else's life worse because we wouldn't be given money to a fugitive of or murderer. In conclusion, we don't know what beggars are going to do with the money, but it's better to donate them by choice than being threatened by them. Okay, now here, Diego. Remember, in the prompt, it is asking. Some people suggest that it is wrong to give money, and while others think that is the right thing to do. Okay, we have option 1 and option 2. It says, which point of view do you think is correct and why? The prompt is asking you to tell which of these two options you support. Okay, so at the time that you're writing, you must choose only one position. I mean, I'm not saying that your writing is bad or whatever, but it's not answering this question. It's not answering which point of view do you think is correct. You are doubling arguing. You are double arguing. Okay, so you're saying to give money is correct sometimes, and to not give money is correct sometimes. So which you don't have a point here. You don't have a position because you are supporting both. While here is asking that you need to choose one position. Okay. Meanwhile, you're mentioning the good and bad about giving money. You also are saying what are the good and bad things from not giving money. Okay. So here in these cases are not presenting anything like established position. Also, you are talking here in a general view, like some definitions and some ideas in general, but there isn't any personal experience, or there isn't any yeah, most of that specific, I don't know, people, region, or whatever, something that makes it more personal. You know what I mean? I'm trying to say that here you need, because it's independent, you need to say something about your own experience, about your own knowledge. Yeah. So all this is correct and good and beautiful, but it is general. Okay. So maybe you can detail it, giving a little more examples, because these two, I can say that these two are the introduction. No, let's say in this one, you say that it's good to give money. Second, you're saying that it's not good. Okay, and the conclusion. Okay, so far it's okay, but here maybe you can introduce a personal example here, like to illustrate this, like the children could invest money buying tools for work. Buying tools for work. As an illustration, my neighbor or a friend of my neighbor was a very something alcoholic person, and then start working in a butcher and so on and so on. Okay, but giving an example here, not like you had a tool, buying tools for work. What kind of works? Or maybe you can even say like as illustration, there are some societies that help people in drugs or whatever, providing some tools for work and sell this. Like my friend Michael, he used to be an alcoholic, but he knew this kind of society and started working for this and that and that and that. And you explain a little something, you know, that's an idea. You can introduce it. Maybe that's the only thing that I could say to increase it, give more, okay, to polish this. Okay, also here.
Okay, thanks.
Correct. Let's go for next. Structured is pretty good. Yeah, it is structured is good. It's okay. And also, if you want to see it a little more professional, maybe you can indent this part, give it a little space, no, and start giving. That is, but just for fashion. That's not really necessary, but just to see it, to look it a little more professional, maybe. Okay. Now let's go for Carlos Poncel. It says, give money to beggars is wrong way of help because is foment to anybody could get easy money instead of working at to earning. In my opinion, there are another indirect ways of helping people who are on needs, like donating that money on foundations who really give food to a people who needs it. And not the 100% of beggars does not use it on a good way. In my city, for example, you can see beggars using the donated money for buying drugs and another things that aren't related to food or clothes that could help for survive their conditions. Another way of help is supporting social projects which involves this problematic as a real goal, like giving opportunities of work to beggars that could be more helpfully for the community. Or another better way of help beggars could be give clothes or food. And for those reasons, I think that give money is not good. Okay. Now here you as we said at the beginning, as you write, it stays. Okay, if you write in this way and you send it, it will be like that. Any correction, anything. So you have to be careful about some spellings. Like for example, like this ato or drugs or I don't know any others. Okay, you have to be careful with your spelling. That's why you need the last 5 minutes to check this and correct and fix these words. Now, give money to beggars is a wrong way of help. Okay, because I given it it's maybe it's it. Yeah, I know without it. It foments to anybody could get easy money instead of working. Because it foments to anybody. I don't know. It foments to anybody. There's no one. So who foments it? Maybe you could say to someone, it foments to somebody, or it foments to someone that could get easy money instead of working a lot, I guess, no? A lot, maybe. You say a lot, earn it, or for working to earn it instead of working to earn it. In my opinion, there are also be opinion. There are another indirect ways in their ways of helping people who are on need, like donating that money on foundations. Another 100% of beggars don't use it. It's used in plural. Here is a double negation, so maybe it isn't. And not the 100% of beggars use it. But not all of them use it. You're saying here. On the good way. In my city, for example, this here we establish an example that is good, it's correct. You can see beggars using the donate money for buying drugs and other things that aren't related to food or clothes that could help or survive their conditions. Another way of helping is supporting social projects, which involves, remember the projects with G, which involves this problematic as a real goal, like giving opportunities of work for beggars that could be more helpful for the community. Or another better way of help beggars could be give clothes or food. And for those reasons, I think that give money is not quite good. Okay, that's correct. Thank you. But maybe this you can increase. Sorry for the now you should take in considerations only. Okay, but it's okay. Okay, so we have it here. Okay, now for the time, we won't have enough time to check all of them. AV, who is AV? I don't have any AV. No. And yes, Mila. Okay, this is big. Empathy with less fortunate people is good to feed our souls. Wow, so deep. For me, it is better help people that maybe are going through a bad moment, especially if they are homeless. In the scripture says, you're talking in plural, say, scriptures say that it is better to give than to receive. And always that I can help homeless people, I feel so happy. Once you can live an experience like this, you won't stop trying to help another people. Stop trying. Remember that you cannot use infinitive with ing. So this too is not. You won't stop trying to help other people. It's like a medicine for your spirit. Sometimes when you are running late, walking across the street, we don't watch with attention what is happening around us. But if you can take a few seconds of your time, you will be impressed for all the needs that people is living around. For example, with the pandemic, many homeless people is living on street with their child. It is heartbreaking for me because immediately I think in my nephew, and I give them some change. Or if I have more than coins, I give them food or whatever I can. I had the opportunity to be a volunteer for a church. Each Tuesday, we went to a refuge and give bread and hot chocolate to homeless people, and I was amazing for me. Or it was amazing for me. Yeah. It was amazing for me because I could open my mind to the needs of others that before I hadn't. Yeah, that before I hadn't. Sounds different. In conclusion, if I can advise young people, I don't lose the opportunity to say them that they can help less fortunate people with taking 2 hours a week. And this will have a huge reward. Okay. Yeah, maybe here, Yasmina, like you're explaining, like with the pandemic, many homeless in my city, or maybe many homeless in, I won't say my city, in many homeless in Campeche is living on streets because of this and that. Like give a little more details about it. Even though it's not true, you can make it like more personal. Okay. Okay, so the rest, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna give you feedback by WhatsApp. I'm gonna send it by WhatsApp, okay? Because we don't have enough time. Okay, so please, before you go, answer this little survey about the class of today. And if I could, tomorrow I will give you the feedback, the one that I didn't check today. Okay, and remember that tomorrow you won't have class. Okay, so I will see you next Friday. Tomorrow, because it's Corpus Christi there, you won't have classes. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a nice day and see you next Friday. Bye-bye.
See you, teacher.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.